Natlan is getting cancelled. So you were browsing through Twitter looking for some Genshin Rule 34. Let's admit it. You saw Murata in a skin-tight black bodysuit and immediately went online looking for that sweet art. Wait, what's happening? What's going on with Genshin Twitter? Hashtag boycott Hoyoverse.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Well, there's always something going on with Genshin Twitter because 90% of them are mentally ill Arlecchino profile pictures, but hey, maybe we could let them cook this time. Ooh. Oh.
Apparently Genshin Impact is whitewashing black African deities.
Yeah, this is bad. If you don't know what Natlan is, it is not a person, it is an entire region of a game in Genshin Impact. Yo, I ain't gonna lie to you, these redesigns are kinda tough. At first glance, you might be thinking that they're canceling Genshin for making white characters, because if they created a bald white man for a character, I think Genshin Twitter would lose their shit. Even VAs are getting involved. There's even a petition. Okay, let's be real though. When was the last time any change petition has ever worked? Making a change petition is as useful as Miwa from JJK. The only thing that change does is it sends you more spam emails. Alright, TLDR, Chinese company is being racist. Oh, that's new. I didn't know Chinese people can be racist. That's absolutely absurd.
Being a black guy in Asia, do you get any like weird looks?
In China, too much.
What do they do to you in China? They try to rub your skin in China?
They're trying to clean it.
Natlan is a region based from African and South American cultures and a little bit of Latin America, just from my understanding. But Hoyoverse likes taking these cultures and whitewashing them so they can sell to their primarily Chinese audience. For example, look at this African god. This is Smite's interpretation of him, and this is Hoyoverse. So do you see any difference? Yes, one's a skinny twink. I mean, seriously, what's with the noodly ass arms that Hoyoverse keeps going back to? I'm gonna be honest, an entire region getting cancelled before its release is diabolical work. From the previous regions, we know that Genshin does do their due diligence in researching cultures for their inspirations. A Chinese company making a region on Chinese characters? That must have been really difficult. I mean, look at Mondstadt. Apparently it's based off of Germany. So where the fuck are my blue-eyed blonde kings at? Also, they can never do Inazuma wrong because
anime bitches, I look at her titties, then I take her home and we count up these 50s.
This was primarily a problem with Sumeru characters, but for some reason people didn't care for it as much. Maybe they're more fixated about their Archon being a literal lie, or maybe people just don't care about brown people as much as black people. Ooh, that's gonna get clipped out of context. But wait, there are dark-skinned characters in Hoyoverse games, and it's these 4-star characters. In Arlen, Shacklebreaker and Swift Harvest is crazy. But hey, at least there are dark-skinned NPCs that you can fight and feel more racist. Okay. But there is a 5-star dark-skinned character. Let's look at Dea. This character was so bad that she got demoted from limited banner to standard banner. If you don't know, limited banner characters are usually very strong and they power creep characters before them. Standard banners are basically outdated characters that are not fit to be even in the meta. It was already known that she was atrociously bad when she was getting playtested before release, and Hoyoverse did bother changing it. If they made her meta, Chinese players would absolutely maul. Let's look at the one example where Hoyoverse actually decided to buff a character after release. Mr. Zhongli, the China man himself. He was bad on release, and Chinese players wouldn't have that. If you don't play Genshin Impact, let me educate you. Each region is tied to an element, and the Chinese region, Liyue, is based on the Geo element, which is just rock. Each element has a corresponding Archon, which is a god, and he happens to be Zhongli. So therefore, Zhongli is the rock. So of course Hoyoverse would respond by buffing Zhongli because Chinese people need their egos stroked. And they also want to not dodge and ignore game mechanics because he's that broken. Now that I think about it, why is Geo the worst element in the game? Please buff Geo. But this isn't the only time a Hoyoverse game has been whitewashing their characters. Let's take a look at Honkai Star Rail. Penacony is a region based off of the Roaring Twenties, the Vegas vibe, and also a New York art aesthetic, and a lot of music in Penacony is jazz. And you know what group cultivated jazz? Bees.
You like jazz?
I mean black people. And there's not a single playable black character in the game. And no, Arlen is not playable because he's literally unplayable. I'm just saying his kit literally sucks. But hey, there's a lot of black NPCs in the game that you can change the emotions of. Speaking of which, Arlen got nerfed to shit on release. I'd say that's pretty racist. There's no playable dark character in Xenozone 0, but it's a new release, so we're gonna give them a pass. And it's not the N-word pass. I also can't play HI3 because I'd get attacked by a mob of Yuri shippers if I even looked at a girl in the eye, so no knowledge there. Well, let's just see what YouTube and Twitch think, because Twitter is a very small minority. Oh, 2,000 volts? Oh, yo. Neutrally speaking, genuinely. Let's take a look at Mr. Poke's chat.
Oh my
my god.
Yeah, look. Do you guys see what's going on in the Twitch chat? Super cringe.
Yo, we back in Wakanda, boys.
Oh, look at that. They don't give a surprise, surprise.
Of course, it's me playing Genshin Impact. Niga he random ass YouTube channels that you.
It's okay though. Gotcha Smack gave him the N-word pass.
I would 110,000% give you the N-word pass.
Vote any rap, nigga, he a freak. Don't now, nigga, to the cross, he walk around like T. So what?
Going back to the point that this issue is only brought up by a vocal minority. It might seem that there is a few amount of bigoted people in 2024, but that's just because they're not speaking out. I mean, just look at the whole sketch situation.
Elephant in the room, I got a haircut.
It only blew out of proportion because there's a lot of homophobes out there. Or maybe they are gay and just got post-nut clarity after seeing the sketch videos.
No. Wait.
Also, I'm sorry to break it to you, but you can't expect gamers, especially those playing an anime game, to not be racist. The whole media that they consume is inherently whitewashed. I do credit that Japan does a pretty good job at representing cultures. Just watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. And also, Gojo is canonically a racist.
Filthy monkey who can't even use jujutsu.
And also, Yoruichi exists. I mean, she is so damn fine, it's unfair. This is my take on the situation, and I'm gonna tell a quick personal story, and I swear I'll get to the point of it. I live in California and I love playing volleyball of all types. Indoor, beach, and grass. And before you say, holy shit, a gacha player touching grass, that's insane. Here's a clip of me fucking up my ankle. I'm Vietnamese and I eat a lot of vitamin D and melanin, so I'm pretty dark. This is where Vietnam is on the map. They're pretty close to the equator and in turn, there's just a lot of dark people. It doesn't matter though, because once I went back to Vietnam, they told me, hey, don't you live in California? Isn't it cool there? Why are you dark? And I got a lot of comments regarding my skin, even though they are dark themselves. But honestly, all that got cancelled out because I'm 6 foot. The point of me telling this story to you is that Asian countries tend to set the beauty standards to whiter/pale people. And I'm sure this is the same on all parts of the world. I mean, just look at these K-pop idols. What similarity do you see between all of them? Yep. They're all my type. There's even a whole channel dedicated to being a black person in China. Oh boy, I bet there's nothing racist going on here. There's even a white guy who surprises people by speaking fluent Chinese. But there's no channel to being a dark Asian walking around in China, because that's just absolutely absurd. All Asians should just be pale. Don't get me wrong, it is blatant racism and disrespect to the culture, and I agree with all that. I understand the misrepresentation and how it must feel, but I'm gonna have to lay out the facts and the precedent that Hoyo has shown time and time again. Hoyoverse is never going to change even if a literal Martin Luther King Jr. showed up at their doorstep. It is not wrong to voice your opinion, and you should consider doing so. Complacency should never be the answer. I also don't want you guys to waste your time and energy if this matter genuinely doesn't concern you. I'm talking about the virtue signalers that are outright canceling giveaways that they promised their fans. Hoyoverse has been presented the solution, but that doesn't mean that they'll implement it. They know that releasing dark tone characters will hurt their sales, and at the end of the day, that's all they care about. They're not going to cater to a small minority of Twitter users, because it is a fact that globally, we don't even make up half of China's revenue. That's not even something the one-child policy could stop. We will hardly make a dent in their revenue, even if we assume all Western Genshin players aren't racist. Realistically, they're only gonna make 4-star dark skin characters because it's the only way Chinese players will pull for them. Get ready to see Chinese players delete their accounts for losing 50/50s, getting Daya, and getting a black 4-star character as an insult to injury.
Blaze! No!
Lastly, if you play Genshin Impact and this is a deal breaker for you, I propose only one solution, and I'm going to let Asmongold say it for me.
So you're not going to get a lot of representation from them because that's not their culture. So if you're going to get mad about this, you should just quit the game.
Boycotting is not going to work because time and time again, Hoyoverse continues to stay unbothered even if you leave bad reviews on Google Classroom. And I'm going to say a forbidden name in all this, Tectone. He was right all along. He tried to boycott Genshin during its anniversary and it clearly didn't work. This was an issue on a worldwide scale of Hoyoverse disrespecting its entire player base. Unless if the problem stretches to China, they're not going to do anything about it. Let's all slap ourselves in the face and take a look at reality. Trying to hit Genshin's revenue is the same as that guy trying to aim at Trump. You're just going to miss. You're all going to go back to doing your dailies, and even if you quit playing Genshin, you're going to go back to playing HSR or ZZZ. And this is because you spent too much time and money on their games, you're a gambling addict, you can't get enough of Eula's ass physics, and your habits are already ingrained. no matter what you do, you're supporting Hoyoverse nonetheless. And honestly, it's completely fine because there are no other gacha games that are as fun as these three, except for Wuthering Waves. So just quit Genshin and come join the dark side. If you're a content creator, don't stop making content on the game if you built your career on it. You're not Queso or a popular variety streamer. You're gonna lose 90% of your viewership if you're not gonna play your comfy game. Please keep your ego in check and continue mint picking on stream.
I should be the only motherfucker getting praise in the Genshin community because I don't spend money on Genshin Impact.
Or if your streams are based around pulling characters, don't be stupid, keep E6ing those characters. I can't believe we're already reaching phase 2 Mina drama. Otherwise, you're gonna end up like Mr. Photo.
It's a different photo. Apologies, it's not a different photo, it's the same photo.
Put my fries in the bag already, bro. Genshin is going to release new content, and so are you. Don't leave viewers and money on the table. Don't restart your career. It's a bad idea. If you're an aspiring voice actor, I would highly recommend taking the Bronya VA route and just not getting involved with this at all, and potentially ruining your career before it even started. I mean, like, that VA height's better than the upper 4. This problem doesn't concern you if you're only looking to build your portfolio, so don't go around virtue signaling if it's not gonna help you. You have to be selfish at the end of the day, and you have to put food on the table. And this is for current VAs. Please do not tell any other VAs to deny opportunities from Hoyoverse because you're going to set the careers back through activism that isn't going to work. It's a brand new region with brand new characters and more voiceover work to be done. I can't wait for more talent to show up and more VA grooming drama to be covered. And Hoyoverse, as flawed as they are, has created life-changing career opportunities for many in the space, and people shouldn't feel bad for taking them. Don't virtue signal and attack others for enjoying their game in peace. Bring light to the issue, talk about it, tweet about it, and hopefully they'll make a change. And don't get it twisted. I want to be wrong about all of this. I hope that Hoyoverse will actually listen to their player base for once. And I hate to admit it, but there's no gacha games that hit like Hoyoverse games. And also, I can never forgive Scarlett Johansson for not being Asian. All's okay though, because look, new HSR trailer just dropped. Oh my god, brown man, Genshin can never. And look, Kaveh, my glorious blonde white king, is finally released from banner hell. Oh my god, gender bent Jing Yuan. And I'm broke again.